And it is number 2 for September for Miss Tasha. This time I was thinking, you know, I've done scarecrows in the past. I have done apples. I did do one pumpkin in the first one. I've done a lot of that. And I thought, no, I'm going to do hodgepodge, which I do every once in a while. Now today, the hodgepodge are going to be big books and small books and old books from 1938. This is I mean, look how yellow it is. And then the newest one is from 2016. And of course, I have to do getting ready for Halloween, because, you know, Miss Tasha's favorite month, because it's my birthday month. If you have to do this at home with me, sorry, that's just the way it goes. And this is the little old lady who wasn't afraid of anything. And then, of course, at the very end, the small book, you are going to dance to dinosaur dance, okay? So it's going to be a full thing. Are you ready? First of all, oh, wait a minute, remember, what's my favorite color? Purple. What does Miss Tasha love to eat?
I love chocolate.
And my infamous voice, of course, my infamous voice. All right. You are not going to believe this first book. Let me sit her right here. All right. She's just going to sit right there. Stay. All right. This is a classic. Now I got to find the book. Shoot, I put all this other stuff on top of it. Here we go. This is a classic book. In fact, they didn't even give an author. They just said classic book. Well, really? I remember it. And now, can I find the cow? Can't find the cow, but I know there is a cow. But I found the goat, so we're going to have to do the goat instead of the cow, but then I'm still going to add in the cow anyway. The illustration is Pat Adams. The copyright originally was 1973, but this edition is 2002. The publisher is Child's Play International. All right, so I have to move all this stuff because we have to do this in order. It has to be done in order, guys. It has to be done in order. Are you ready? This is There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. All right, here we go. Now at home, whoop. Okay, I'm gonna put this on my drink over here to keep her standing up, sitting up. There we go. My neighbor got this for me at an estate sale and everything. She had never heard of the book. I said, you have a terrible childhood if you did never heard of There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. Oh my goodness. So anyway, here we go. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Here's the fly. Put it in the mouth. Perhaps she'll die. So you have to say, when I point to you, you have to say, perhaps she'll die. Every time, okay? There was an old lady who swallowed a spider. That wickled and tickled and jiggled inside her. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. Ready? I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. I know, oh, love it, purple. I know there was an old lady who swallowed a bird. How absurd to swallow a bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider that wriggled and tickled and jiggled, and the spider swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Ready? Perhaps she'll die. All right, here we go. There was an old lady who swallowed a cat. Ta-da! Well, fancy that. She swallowed a cat. She swallowed the cat to catch the bird. How absurd to swallow the bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider. The wriggle, tickle, tickle spider. Swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Ready? Perhaps she'll die. Okay. Who do you think she swallows next after the cat? You can tell he's purple. A purple dog. Can you believe that? There was an old lady who swallowed a dog. What a hog to swallow a dog. Well, she swallowed the dog to catch the cat. Well, fancy that. She swallowed the cat. She swallowed the cat to catch the bird. How absurd to swallow the bird. Swallowed the bird to catch the spider. The wriggle, tickle, jiggle spider. Swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. Now, the next one says cow, which I can't see. I had it. I've got to find it in my garage. but they don't have this one. So I'm adding this one in. There was an old lady who swallowed a goat. It caught in her throat. She swallowed a goat. She swallowed the goat to go to, I can't get all this in here. They all have to fit in here. Believe it or not, they all fit in here. There we go. She swallowed the goat to catch the dog. She swallowed the dog. What a hog to swallow a dog. She swallowed the dog to catch the cat. Fancy that. She swallowed the cat. Swallowed the cat to catch the bird. How absurd to swallow a bird. Swallowed the bird to catch the spider. They wiggled and tickled and jiggled inside her. Swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed the fly. Ready? Perhaps she'll die. Now we're going to have the cow one that I have looked everywhere, but I've got to find it in my garage. There was an old lady who swallowed a cow. Oh my gosh. I don't know how she swallowed that cow. Well, she swallowed the cow to catch the goat, caught it in her throat, swallowed the goat to catch the dog. What a hog to swallow a dog. Swallowed a dog to catch the cat. Well, fancy that, she swallowed the cat. Swallowed the cat to catch the bird. How absurd to swallow a bird. Swallowed the bird to catch the spider. Then wiggled and tickled and jiggled inside her. Swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Ready? Perhaps she'll die. Okay, we have one left. And you know what this is? It's a horse. Ready? There wasn't a lady who swallowed a horse. She died, of course. And that's the end of the story. Ask your grandparents. Maybe they remembered. I don't know if your parents do, but ask your grandparents if they remember there was an old lady who swallowed a fly. Okay. All right, here we go. My next one, this is my biggest book. This is The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash by Trinka Hicks Noble. Yeah. Hicks, H-A-K-E-S, Noble, yeah. And with pictures are by Stephen Kellogg. He does a fabulous job. Publisher is, copyrights 1980. The publisher is Pied Piper Giant Books and Dial Books for Young Readers. Are you ready? This thing is huge. All right. The 12th Street School, and they're getting off the bus to go to a farm. All right, here we go. And it says, topic number 1, corn. Note, there will be a quiz when we return to class about corn. Okay, here we go. There's always a quiz. How was your class trip to the farm? Oh, boring, kind of dull until the cow started crying. A cow crying? Yeah. You see, a haystack fell on her. But a haystack doesn't just fall over. I mean, look at that poor cow. See it? A haystack fell on her. Well, it does if a farmer crashes into it with his tractor. Oh, come on, farmers wouldn't do that. He would if he weren't so busy yelling at the pigs to get off of our school bus. Oh my God, all the pigs are in the school bus. The mother is going, oh my gosh. Why were the pigs on the bus? They were eating our lunches. Remember, pigs love to eat anything. Why were they eating your lunches? Because we threw their corn at each other and they didn't have anything else to eat. Well, that makes sense, but why were you throwing corn? Because we ran out of eggs. Out of eggs? Why were you throwing eggs? Because of the boa constrictor. The boa constrictor? Yeah, Jimmy's boa constrictor. What was Jimmy's pet boa constrictor doing on the farm? Oh, he brought it to meet all the farm animals, but the chickens didn't like it. Uh-huh. Yeah, I can see why. You mean he took it into the hen house? Yeah, and the chickens started squawking and flying around everywhere. Go on, what happened? Well, one hen got excited and laid an egg, and it landed on Jenny's head. The hen knew the egg, and it broke yucky all over her hair. See? But what did she do? She got mad because she thought Tommy threw it, and so she threw one at him. What did Tommy do? Oh, he ducked, and the egg hit Marianne in the face. Okay. Of course, the chickens are still flying all over the place. So she threw one at Jenny, but missed and hit Jimmy, who dropped his boa constrictor. Oh, I know, the next thing you knew, everyone was throwing eggs, right? Right. Everybody, it was a massive egg fight. Well, when you ran out of eggs, you threw the pig's corn, right? Right again. Well, what finally stopped them? Well, we heard the farmer's wife screaming. Why was she screaming? See the boa constrictor? Well, we never found out because Mrs. Stanley made us get on the bus, and we sort of left in a hurry without the boa constrictor. And he is. Look at, he's all the way through the wash. He's eating the wash. And they're all running for the bus. I bet Jimmy was sad because he left his pet boa constrictor. Oh, no, not really. We left in such a hurry that one of the pigs didn't get off the bus, so now he's got a pet pig. Oh, this is unbelievable. Boy, that sure sounds like an exciting trip. Yeah, I suppose if you're the kind of kid who likes class trips to the farm, and there they are in their little box derby, and they're going with the pig in it. And of course, you got to see the ending picture. The ending picture is there is the boa constrictor. The lady, the farmer's wife, is sewing a long sweater to fill the boa constrictor to keep him warm. And of course, his feet are against the farmer and everything. So isn't that, so the boa constrictor's happy. I thought that was a good one. All right. Andy and the Lion. This is now my oldest book. It is written and illustrated by James Doherty. Copyrights 1938. The publisher is the Viking Press and Macmillan Company. This book is from my mom, Eula Rowe. She gave it to me in February 17th in 1977. Yes. And here is the frontispiece. Well, first of all, see, Eula Rowe, look at it, has, oh, it is so old, you guys, I have to be really careful. Okay. All right, this is it. Andy and the Lion, it's a tale of kindness remembered, or the power of gratitude, meaning that you're happy when somebody does something for you. Are you ready? It was a bright day and just enough wind to float a flag, and Andy started down to the library to get a book about lions. He took the book home and he read and read, and he read all through supper while he's trying to eat, and of course he's barefooted and he has overalls on too. He read all evening, and just before bedtime, his grandpa told him some tall stories about hunting lions in Africa. Every story ended with, and then I gave him both barrels that night. Okay. Well, Andy dreamed all night that he was in Africa hunting lions when at last morning came. I have to be careful because these papers are so fragile. I have to be very careful with them. Andy woke up. The sun was looking in the window, and Prince was tugging at the bedclothes. The lions had left, but Andy kept thinking about them. Oh dear. Andy thought about lions on the back porch, as his father had to remind him to wash behind his ears. Andy was still thinking lions after breakfast when his mother gave his hair a final brush. And then Andy started off to school. Part 2. Well, Andy walked along swinging his books and whistling a tune as he came to a turn in the road, and he noticed something sticking out from behind the big rock just at the bend. It looked very queer, because look at it, it's a very big thing. So, you got to remember this is from 1938. So, Andy and Prince crept up cautiously to investigate. I know what it is. Do you know what it is? It moved! It was a lion. At this moment, Andy thought he'd better be going. So he turns around and starts running. Well, the lion thought so too, and he ran around the rock. And they met each other. Whichever way Andy ran, there was the lion. Whichever way the lion ran, there was Andy. They kept going around and around the rock. At last, they both stopped to breathe. The lion held out his paw to show Andy what was the matter. It was a big thorn stuck in his paw. See the big thorn? He's not happy. Oh, jeez, it just tore. Andy had an idea. He told the lion just to be patient and they'd have to get the thorn out in no time, fortunately. Now, this is what is so interesting about a book in 1938 and a kid walking to school barefoot in overalls. And he always carried his pliers in the back pocket of his overalls, and he took them out and got a tight grip. Look at the lions crying. Oh dear. I don't want to ruin this book. And Andy braced one foot against the lion's paw and he pulled with all his might until the thorn, oh my goodness, he's roaring, came out. Oh my gosh, look at, he went one way and the lion went the other way. The grateful lion licked Andy's face to show how pleased he was. Kind of interesting. But it was time to part, so they waved goodbye and Andy went on to school and the lion went off about the business of just being a lion. Part 3. In the spring, the circus came to town. That's when circuses would actually, with the lions and the tigers and the elephants and everything, they would come to little small towns and they'd set up and everything, and there would be a wonderful circus for all the townspeople. Of course, Andy went. He wanted to see the famous lion act. Right in the middle of the act, the biggest lion, which I have a feeling I know who it is, jumped out of the high steel cage and with a terrible roar dashed straight toward the people. They ran for their lives in the scramble. Andy found himself right in the lion's path. He thought his last moment had come, but then, who should it be but Andy's own lion? They recognized each other. And they danced for joy, but when the crowd came back ready to fight the lion and capture him, Andy stood in front of the lion and shouted to the angry people, "Do not hurt this lion. He's a friend of mine." Then the next day, Andy led the lion and all the people in a grand parade down Main Street to the City Hall. There, the mayor presented Andy with a medal for bravery, and the lion was very much pleased. And the next day, Andy took the book back to the library. The end. Wasn't that a good book? They did some, it was fun because it was so old, but it was neat. All right, now, oh, you're going to love this book too. All right, this book, and I wish I could see you, because how many of you are Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts and everything? If you're a Cub Scout or a Boy Scout, you're going to love this book because it's about the last badge, because you always have to earn all these badges, right? And so it's written and illustrated by George McClement. Copyright is 2005. Publisher is Hyperion Books for Children, and the author is an 11th generation Grizzly Scout. 11 generations in his family, there have been Scouts. I can't even know what it would be, what you would call somebody 11 generations back, because after great, 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 great grandfather, I guess you just say great, 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 great until you are done, I guess. I don't know. This is the last badge. All right. This year, a young Grizzly Scout named Samuel Moss was determined to earn a place in his family's album of scouting greatness. For 12 generations, the album of scouting greatness had been a part of the Moss family. Samuel knew that within its pages were mementos of great Grizzly Scout achievements performed by uncles, grandfathers, cousins, a dog, that's a long story, and even Samuel's father. He earned the Golden Salmon Award. Although Samuel often dreamed about looking through the album, there was a rule that made it impossible. It has a little asterisk. Rule! You have to be in the album to look at the album. Sorry. Poof. Samuel hadn't performed a great feat yet. All right. I don't know if I can do all of them. Ready? There's a thumb wrestling badge, a lip syncing badge, an igloo badge, a plaque bag, inside out eyelid badge, a beard care badge, web spinning badge, a rocket repair badge, burping the alphabet badge, really, a toenail clipping badge, an egg juggling badge, a sheep shearing badge, Bigfoot tracking badge, outrunning a bear badge, old lady crossing the road badge, swimming upstream badge, haunting badge, monkey grooming badge, fever badge, screaming badge, UFO sighting badge, ninja training badge, and thermonuclear dynamics badge. Really? He was no slouch, mind you. With short time, Samuel had earned every badge the Grizzly Scouts had to offer. Every badge except one. The Moon Frog badge. The ever-elusive Moon Frog badge. In fact, no scout had ever earned the badge. Never. It says, what you are doing, looking down here, this is really nothing to see. Honestly, you should be reading the next page. Okay, all right. To earn the badge, a scout must provide evidence of the moon frog. According to myth, the moon frog hibernates for years at a time and awakens when a solitary moonbeam shines upon its resting place. This occurs only once every 30 years at the 12th hour of the 10th night of the 8th month, which is in August. The lack of data makes calculating exact location of the moon frog a nearly impossible task, possibly due to the incredibly difficult task of finding a moon frog. This was it, his chance for greatness. Samuel would be the first Grizzly Scout to earn the moon frog badge. The days flew by as Samuel hunted through the exotic bookstores and libraries, searching for anything written about the moon frog. Aha! Weeks turned into months as he studied planets and stars, and he measured alignment angles and calculated moonbeam refractions. Entire weekends were spent photographing frogs of all shapes and sizes just to be ready. Say ribbit. Then one fateful night, after the long hours and countless failures, success, he had found the location of the moon frog. Samuel shared his exciting news with his father, who pointed out a major problem. Samuel had been so focused on locating the moon frog that he failed to notice that the 12th hour of the 10th night of the 8th month was that very night. He had only 3 hours. Oh my gosh. With no time to spare, the duo packed everything they needed for an overnight excursion, and they headed for the car. It would have been on August 10th on a Sunday, according to this book. The trek to the Moon Frog was long and perilous journey. Samuel's directions had to be followed precisely, or the two would risk becoming lost forever. 1, drive out of the city, right turns only. 2, hike the screaming forest. Ooh, yeah, because there's skunks. Yeah. Miss Tasha has a thing. I want you to know I have now trapped 5 skunks in 7 days. 5 skunks. Just thought I'd let you know. Wade across Skunk Swamp. Don't forget the clothespins. Oh, this is at 9:15. This is at 9:39. This is at 10:18. Tick tock. Keeps going tick tock. Crawl through Booger Cave. 10:43. Talk. Run really fast down Avalanche Hill. 6. Turn left at the fork in the path. 7. X marks the Moon Frog. At 11:46, they finally arrived at the campsite. 11:46, Samuel only had 14 minutes until a moonbeam would awaken the sleeping moon frog. He had to act quickly. 11:50, apply frog camouflage. 11:54, grab a camera. Oh no, too many practice shots. Only 1 photo left. 11:57, run to the moon frog site. 11:59, stretch the photo finger. Can't afford to cramp. 12 o'clock, showtime. Soon a stirring caused a few bubbles to surface. Then 2 eyes popped from the mud and blinked. Blink, blink. Next a head emerged, following by a long leg and wiggling toes. Finally an entire moon frog appeared and, much to Samuel's surprise, unfurled a magnificent crest. Samuel paused for a moment to admire this amazing frog, then he sprang into action and he snapped the photo. Click! He did it, he did it, he did it! Samuel Morris had become the first Grizzly Scout ever to capture a photo of the moon frog. He would be famous. His photo would appear on the cover of Grizzly Scout Weekly. The mayor would present him with the moon frog badge. He would, of course, get his own talk show. And most important, he would earn his place in the album of scouting greatness. When the news spread of the accomplishments, scientists from around the world would flock to meet him. He would show them his calculations and where he found the moon frog. They would admire him for being so clever. But what if they wanted to study the moon frog, and they would dig it up and bring it to a laboratory to be poked and prodded, only to spend the rest of his life in a glass jar? Oh no. Samuel couldn't let that happen to such an incredible animal. He would keep the moon frog's photo and location a secret, and of course the moon frog goes burp. Back at the camp, Samuel told his father the whole story. The family tradition of great scouts would not continue with him. His father looked shocked. Then he handed Samuel the album of scouting greatness. To Samuel's surprise, the album wasn't packed with heroic scouting feats. Instead, it was filled with pages and pages of moon frogs. 1880, 1910, 1940. There was 2 from 1970. Samuel's father explained that every generation of Moss family had found the moon frog, and just like Samuel, they had decided to keep the location a secret. By protecting the moon frog, Samuel had become part of his family's tradition. Finally, he was a great Grizzly Scout. That night, Samuel's father regaled him with tales part of moon frog's outings. Then they fell asleep while trading photography tips. And then, of course, what's the moon frog doing? He's going ribbit, 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 ribbit. Isn't that neat? That's a neat story. Good story. All right. Now I told you. Oh, shoot. I was going to bring I had it, and I didn't bring it. I was going to bring a hat that, of course, is a jack-o'-lantern, but Miss Tasha was busy this morning because I set 2 traps for the skunks, 2 traps, and probably a fox, I put peanut butter and jelly, and you put that on the front part of the trap, and then you put peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the back part. Well, whoever it was, there might have been two of them, they ate all of the stuff in the front, but they didn't trip the trap. So I'll have to try again tomorrow. All right, here we go. This is the little old lady who was not afraid of anything. Now, on this one, you are going to have to wiggle, wiggle, shake, shake, clap, clap, nod, nod. You're going to have to do all this stuff, okay? So be ready. This is getting ready for Halloween for next month. This is the listener's participation book. So you have to do exactly what I tell you to do. It's by Linda Williams, illustrated by Megan Lloyd, copyrights 1986. This is the newest. No, it isn't. The newest book was 2016, which is a book coming up. Anyway, the publisher is HarperCollins. Are you ready? I love this book, and this book is falling apart too because I have read it so much. Oh well, what the heck. Okay, here we go. Once upon a time, there was a little old lady who was not afraid of anything. Well, one windy afternoon, the little old lady left her cottage and went out for a walk in the forest to collect herbs and spices and nuts and seeds. Well, she walked so long and so far that it started to get dark. There was only a sliver of moon shining through the night. The little old lady started to walk home. Suddenly, she stopped. Right in the middle of the path, there were two big shoes. And the shoes went clomp, clomp. Okay, now if you're sitting down on your, I have to do it, if you could do it on your upper leg. Clomp, clomp, okay? I'll do it that way, all right? Because I don't want you to bang the floor. Get out of my way, you two big shoes. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady, and she walked down the path. But behind her, she could hear the two shoes go clomp, clomp, okay? On your upper thighs. You have to do clomp, clomp. Only two times, okay? A little farther on the path, a lady stumbled onto a pair of pants, and the pants went wiggle, wiggle. So just wiggle your bottom. Wiggle 2 times, wiggle, wiggle. Get out of my way, you pair of pants. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady, and she walked on. But behind her, she could hear, ready? 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. Pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. All right. Well, farther on, the little lady bumped into a shirt, and the shirt went, now I want to try to have you get your shoulders up to your ears. Shake, shake. 2 times. Everything is 2 times, okay? Get out of my way, you silly shirt. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady, and on she walked. A little bit faster, but behind her she could hear. Ready? 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. Pair of pants goes wiggle, wiggle. Shirt goes shake, shake. A little way on, she came across white gloves and a tall hat. The white gloves went clap, clap, and the tall hat went nod, nod. So I'm going to have to put this down when I do that one. Get out of my way, you 2 white gloves and your tall black hat. I'm not afraid of you. And on she walked a little faster, but behind her she could hear. Ready? I got to do this way. Ready? 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. Pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. Shirt goes shake, shake. Gloves go clap, clap. And hat goes nod, nod. Alrighty. Oh, God. Now the little lady was walking at a very fast pace. She was very near her cottage. There it was back up there. She was quite startled by a very huge, very orange, very scary pumpkin head. And the pumpkin head went 2 times, remember. Boom, boom. Only 2 times. Boom, boom. Now this time the little old lady did not stop to talk. She did not stop at all. She ran. But behind her, she could hear, ready, really fast. 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. Pair of pants goes wiggle, wiggle. Shirt goes shake, shake. Gloves go clap, clap. Hat goes nod, nod. And 1 scary pumpkin head goes, only 2 times. Boom, boom. Okay. The little old lady did not look back. She ran as fast as she could, and she didn't stop to catch her breath until she was safe inside her cottage with the door locked. She sat in her chair by the fire, and she rocked and rocked. It was so quiet in her cottage before knock, knock on her door. Should she answer it? Well, remember, she was not afraid of anything. So she went to the door and she opened it. And what do you think she saw? Ready? 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. Pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. Shirt go shake, shake. Gloves go clomp, clap, clap. And hat goes nod, nod. And what does the pumpkin head do? Boom, boom. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady. What do you want anyway? We've come to scare you. Can't scare me, said the little old lady. Well, then, what's what happened to us? The pumpkin head said, looking really unhappy. I have an idea, said the little old lady. She whispered in the pumpkin's ear. The pumpkin nodded, and his face seemed to brighten. The little old lady said good night, closed the door, and whistled on her way to bed. Well, the next morning, she woke up early. She looked out to her window, and she looked into her garden. And what do you think she saw? Ready? 2 shoes go clomp, clomp. Pair of pants goes wiggle, wiggle. Shirt goes shake, shake. Gloves go clap, clap. Hat goes nod, nod. And one scary pumpkin head goes boo, boo. And guess what? It's a scarecrow. And they scared all the crows away. Ta-da! I know I had to have a scarecrow in there somewhere, didn't I? All right. I'm going to take a quick little break because I have to stand up because I'm going to read Dinosaur Dance, which is written and illustrated by Sandra Boynton. I've had other books that I do for her by her. Copyrights 2016. The publisher is Boynton Book Works and Simon Schuster. Okay, are you ready for the dinosaur dance? You have to do exactly what Miss Tasha does, okay? Zang, pop, killy pow, the dinosaur dance is starting now. Okay, the blue stegosaurus go shimmy, shimmy, shake. Shimmy, shimmy, shake. The red brontosaurus goes quivery, quivery, quake. You gotta quiver, okay? The triceratops goes tappity tap, just on the tips of your toes. The pterodactyl goes flap, 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 okay? And the tiny little dino goes diddly-dee. I don't know his name. What could it be? The velociraptor trims go bompity bomp, okay? And the Tyrannosaurus Rex goes stomp, stomp, stomp. The iguanodon goes dibbity-da, dibbity-da. And the tiny little dino goes cha, 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 cha. So you're going to take 1 step forward, 1 step back, and then in place. Cha, cha, cha. 3 times. Ready? Now everybody wants to try the cha, cha, cha. Here we go. Forward, back, cha, cha, cha. The other leg. Forward, back, cha, cha, cha. Now back up. Forward, cha, cha, cha. The other leg. Back up. Forward, cha, cha, cha. That's the cha, cha, cha. All right? Now you know in October what Miss Tasha is going to be wearing, don't you? My wonderful nose. And I have added something to my nose this year. You guys are going to just love it. You're going to go, Miss Tasha, you're so silly. But I hope you had a good time this month with the September outings, especially the barnyard ones, the barnyard boogie and everything. And I will see you in October. Bye-bye.